www.healthcmi.com, Acupuncture, continuing education online. Today, acupuncture ups brain metabolism and memory in Alzheimer's disease. This is the subject of an intense amount of research in Chinese medicine. How does acupuncture benefit the brain? In this case, for Alzheimer's disease. Also, how does scalp acupuncture benefit the brain? So what happens here is scalp acupuncture points located on the scalp, were used in a laboratory situation on laboratory mice to see how it affected spatial learning and memory in an Alzheimer's disease model mice scenario. And what happens is the mice were with the simulated Alzheimer's disease had improved spatial learning and memory versus controls when they had electroacupuncture to the scalp. More importantly, the researchers discovered that accompanying those improvements, acupuncture also improved brain glucose metabolism, so how the brain utilizes energy. So this was done at the Beijing University of Chinese Medicine, and they demonstrated that electroacupuncture improved spatial memory and learning in mice with Alzheimer's disease. And they used Yintang, Bai Hui, and another acupuncture point in order to achieve those results. So that was Du-26. So that's a slightly stronger point, should we go in terms of insertion technique. Nonetheless, that 3-point protocol for 20 minutes, applied once per day for 5 consecutive days, achieved significant results. Now that alone would not be very interesting. However, there's a fair amount of other research, and you can go to healthcmi.com, click on news, and look up other research we've published on the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, and you will find that there is additional research showing that acupuncture prevents problems with beta amyloid plaque buildup in the brain. So what is this? Okay, so in Alzheimer's disease, there is a plaque buildup in the brain, a very unhealthy plaque buildup. So beta amyloid plaque overexpression is typical in Alzheimer's disease, and acupuncture was seen to reduce the amount of beta amyloid plaques. Now, granted, it's easier to dissolve beta amyloid plaques with electroacupuncture in mice than it is in humans. Nonetheless, the results clearly demonstrate reductions of beta amyloid plaque overexpression in Alzheimer's disease model mice. So that also is enormous. So what I'm suggesting is that we really need to look a lot more deeply into acupuncture for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, given that, one, acupuncture benefits brain glucose metabolism, so supply more energy to the cells, allowing more mitochondria to be benefited by ATP. And also because May's tests and other tests prove that acupuncture improves spatial learning and memory. So that, along with the discovery that acupuncture reduces beta amyloid plaques, is sufficient to warrant significant funding to test the efficacy of acupuncture for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, perhaps in different trials. So some comparing drug therapy to acupuncture, which we've seen a lot of, some seeing how acupuncture enhances drug therapy. So take a look at healthcmi.com, click on news, and have a look at the articles on the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. I think you'll find it very interesting. It can reach out and help quite a lot of people, keeping in mind that Alzheimer's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder that causes progressive memory loss, confusion, and dementia. And statistically, it is a leading cause of dementia and the third leading cause of death in elderly people. It is estimated that over 5 million United States citizens are living with Alzheimer's disease. That's why this is so important, so that we can go and help these people, provide some relief, and perhaps slow the progression of this disorder. Thank you for listening. If you like our podcast, please leave a review. Again, thank you. www.healthcmi.com